is a major drug addiction a crime or an illness? Do you know what I mean? How do you distinct between the two?
Well, it depends on people's opinion, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
That's what I wanted to talk about, really.
yeah,
'Cause at the minute, it's a massively opinionated, like, topic. There's no real. I don't know. There's no real arguments on both sides. It's just sort of opinions.
well, the way I see it is, you've got two different types of people that use it. You've got people that use drugs for emotional reasons.
Mhm.
So let's say they're going for a bad time and like they're feeling down, a bit depressed, so they turn to drugs.
To seek comfort.
Yeah, to seek comfort. Like people use alcohol,
People use religion.
people use religion, things like that.
Yeah.
And then you've got the other type of people which use it for partying
Yeah.
and literally just to have a good time.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with their depression or anything like that.
Yeah.
They just want it to.
They use it as like an enhancement
Yeah, pretty much.
rather than a crutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose you could. So first of all, you break it into two categories. People that use it for comfort and because they feel like it helps, and then people that use it to enhance their emotions and I don't know, just sort of go crazy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whether it be once a week, once a month, once a year, whatever. It's not like a ongoing thing. They don't use it when they're not partying.
Yeah.
Okay. So the people that use it every day, the people where it's like basically a crutch to them, is it then? It is a crime because obviously it's against the law, but should it be considered a crime or an illness?
Well, this is what I was getting at with the splitting of it.
Yeah.
So, the people that are going out using it for partying and things like that,
Yeah.
I'd see that as more of a crime than an illness.
Yeah.
Now, the ones that are using it for depression and getting away from things, just using it for comfort, I'd see that as an illness. Take Russell Brand. Now, he was on drugs for now. He was on drugs for loads. How many years?
Fair few.
Fair few years.
But he was on like every drug.
Yeah,
known
he
to man.
he started on weed, I think.
Yeah.
But, and basically went up through the ranks.
Yeah.
But-
to all the bad shit.
I think his started as partying and things like that, and his actually
Yeah. He was a well-known party animal / sex.
addict.
I don't know if I'd say addict.
I think
but
he was.
like he says he was, but I don't know if he started off as one.
No, he probably.
So I think he started off as just like a party animal / sex lover, like on a sex and party spree.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the way he started was just on weed and started going to more harder drugs. But I think the addiction lies within the person.
Yeah.
So, like,
Like it's the same as cigarettes and alcohol, really, isn't it?
yeah, pretty much. Like, I've never felt an addiction for alcohol.
Me neither.
I don't get that. Of course, nicotine I've had an addiction for.
For
what?
like, what is it for you? Like 8 years now.
No, it's like when I was about 13.
That's exactly 8 years.
19, 20. That's 8 years. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Like for me, it's only been 5.
Yeah. 5 years?
Mm.
Holy shit.
Flies, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I started when I was 18.
But yeah,
The question I really wanted to get at was people that are addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
People that can't operate without it, or they feel like they can't operate without it. How should they be treated?
Well,
Do you think they should be put in prison, or do you think they should get help?
I believe that the ones that are suffering, they need help, clearly.
Yeah.
It's that sort of addiction that they're trying to mask their depression and things like that, and yeah, they clearly need to go to a shrink.
Yeah, and like enroll on some sort of program where it allows them to slowly come off drugs, because it's not something you can do overnight.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, how can you prosecute or punish anyone that does something to their own body? That's beyond me.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It's like they're taking drugs, and if you ask why it's illegal, people will say, because it damages your body.
Well, that's
their choice though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because like, drinking damages your body, smoking damages your body, but that's not
But the way the
illegal.
government looks at it is,
if they
well, they
can't,
can tax them products.
yeah, if they can't tax it,
Yeah.
they can't endorse it. But it's just stupid now. Like, in this day and age where everyone has a brain, or nearly everyone has a brain, how do we still have shit like this? If you want to damage yourself, you should be allowed to.
Yeah.
As long as you're sober when you make that decision.
Well,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
you are
Like,
though. You have to be sober at some point.
yeah, if you're sober and you can still make the decision to carry on taking drugs and damaging yourself, and you realise that that's what is going to happen, you should be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Dealing is a different story. Dealing, you should get prosecuted for.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Not weed, but that's a whole nother story. Like,
Yeah,
that's the weed story.
let's just
weed.
talk about weed for a little bit.
Go for it.
Like, the way I see weed is, it's literally just a high. You don't. It's not a massive addiction. It's less of an addiction than it is tobacco.
Yeah. Well, if you look at what weed is,
It's just a plant.
it's natural. It's
Yeah.
100% natural. It literally is just a plant. And if you just happen to set it on fire...
You get high from the fumes.
yeah.
Well, that's same from deodorants and things like that. Because people do,
Yeah, and glue and stuff.
yeah, like they take the gas out of the deodorants and breathe that.
Yeah.
And that gets you high. Yeah,
That's fucked up, but...
that's not illegal.
No. And that's artificial as well.
Yeah, and that would destroy you more than weed would. So I can't
Yeah.
understand. I think is it California where it's legal?
California, yeah.
I think
I
they've
think
got
it's
it right.
medically legal. So
No,
if
no.
you have a medical warrant for it, so you can literally go to the doctors and say, weed calms me down, or weed helps me sleep,
Well, no, because
and you'll get a prescription for it.
over here, weed is illegal.
That's for arthritis.
It's legal.
Only
Yeah,
for
so that's
arthritis.
medical.
Yeah, but not for... I think in California it's so lenient to the point where you can literally just say it calms me down, and they'll give you a warrant for it.
No, in Cali they've got the same. How Amsterdam's got it.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, it's the same there. You walk into a shop. I'm not sure. I don't think you're allowed to smoke it in the streets.
Yeah.
You have to go into these shops.
Privately.
Yeah, you smoke it
Like
your own
in your own home, and
Yeah.
where they can sort of supervise.
Yeah, and basically what they're taking out of the equation is, right, all these people that smoke weed,
Yeah.
and they have to buy off dealers, illegal dealers. But
Yeah.
what they don't realise is what that funds. That starts funding gang warfare and things like that.
Yeah.
Because these dealers are part of gangs, and
Yeah.
like you might, over here in England, not massively.
No, we don't really have any gangs here.
Well, we do.
Not really.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, but you're talking like 50 strong. You don't have
We
gangs here
don't
in
have the gangs
thousands.
like they do in
Like
America.
we don't have the fucking Bloods and Crips and
No, not them sort of
nothing
gangs.
on that kind of.
But I mean, we
scale.
still do have the shootings and things like that.
The odd occasion we
But-
have a shooting and a stabbing, and but I wouldn't really relate that to gang wars. That's just personal beef, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But over here, we still do have drug dealers who fund gangs.
Yeah.
Not as much as they do in America.
Yeah.
But what they've done in Cali is they've just let them out of the equation. So the people who want to smoke it can still smoke it.
And you don't have to buy it from a gang-related dealer.
Yeah. So you take, and then the gangs start losing out on the money. So they look for something else to do, and they'll probably get a real job.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know.
That would be ideal, wouldn't it?
Mm. So it's mainly like pros just come out of it from making it legal.
But you know what? Like, I've never done weed.
Yeah.
You have, so you can speak on it a bit better. But I've never heard anything bad about it. I don't know if that is because everyone loves it so much, or literally because there is nothing bad about it.
Well, there is and there ain't.
What?
Right. So, because you've never done it, so you're not. You actually know the mental effects.
No.
But when I was smoking it for about 3 weeks once straight, and basically I come off it and I knew that I'd changed.
Really?
Yeah, I came in the house and I was just like, I was a bit more like, basically a cunt.
Really?
Yeah, you could tell. But it's not that addicted where, like, I wasn't addicted to it, I just wanted to smoke it.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, if you're going to stay on it for a long period of time,
Yeah.
and you come off it straight away, which you can do, it's not a massively addicted drug.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's easier than it is to come off cigarettes.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Well, look at me, I've done it for 3 weeks and I've just stopped. Because
Yeah, you've tried to quit smoking before, haven't you?
I've tried to quit, well, I'm on these...
I've been, I think, a day without a fag.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had these massive headaches, I was shaking, just from a day.
Mm.
And I just felt like pissed off all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you close a door and you'll intentionally try and snap it or something.
So that's what I mean. I see fags as being the worst drug.
Yeah, I
Ever.
fucking hate smoking.
It affects your health, physically, mentally,
Financially.
financially.
Fucking hell.
Because the government fucking put all the tax on.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, you don't know what's in them anymore.
no, there's...
It's not tobacco. Well, it is, but it's not just tobacco.
No, they put thousands of chemicals in to make it smoother for you and
Yeah,
shit like
and
that.
they won't even tell you what it is.
No. Have you ever looked on the back of a packet and seen
I don't know
ingredients?
what the fuck they mean.
No, because
I don't know what they are.
they don't state any ingredients.
They would never tell you everything they put into fags.
No.
That's the worrying thing.
But anyway, back onto weed, yeah.
And also, just as like a little side point, they do the same with processed food. Do you know any food you get out of a packaging,
Yeah.
anything that's processed, they will never tell you 100% what is in that.
Yeah. Because they don't want you knowing what's going in it. And it's like,
No.
when you pick it up and you read ingredients, it's always these big, long words.
Yeah, that no one knows what they mean unless
Yeah,
you're a
like-
fucking health specialist.
Like the
Unless
scientific
you work at
name.
Holland and Barrett, you don't
Yeah.
know what any of it means.
It's always like the scientific name for it, and no one knows what it is.
No, do they fuck?
But yeah, the weed, I don't... It's more of a mental effect coming off of it. And
Yeah. So could you like really notice a change in your personality when you came off?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like more paranoid about things.
I thought that was just like straight after you smoke it, you get paranoid and then it like subsides.
No.
Does it like permanently change?
No,
your
no, no,
personality,
no,
or
it's
is it,
not
like, just for a
permanent.
while?
It's like a fast, like it goes quite quick.
Yeah.
So if you're off it for a few weeks after that, you should be fine.
Yeah.
But
Does that? Excuse me. Does that happen to everyone then?
what do you mean?
Is it the same for everyone? So where you said you just noticed that you were a bit more of a cunt and like more grouchy,
Mm.
does that happen to everyone, or does everyone have their own?
I'm not sure. I'm not.
Well, the people
I do
that
know
you
a few.
know,
Yeah.
were they the same?
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm not gonna state any names,
Well, obviously, yeah.
but I do know one person that smoked it a lot,
Yeah.
and he or she,
They.
or they, came off of it. Fucking hell, like they've been on it for 6 months. Come off it, and you noticed how grouchy they were.
Is that like 6 months straight, like every day?
Yeah, smoking like 50, 60 quid's worth a day,
Shit.
if not more. I think they had smoked around there once, and they smoked about 120 quid's worth in a day.
Really?
Yeah, it's about a quart.
That's mental. Is that like, that's like hotboxing the house?
Well, no.
You walk in and it's just like a scene from Night of the Living Dead or
Mm.
something. You're just like, where the fuck is everyone? Get your night vision goggles out, like,
Yeah.
just to navigate the house.
Pretty much.
Where's the bathroom? I fucking lost it.
But yeah, when they came off of it, and yeah, you definitely notice a change.
Yeah.
But when they're on it, they're calm. Well, they come across calm. They're probably heads going mental.
Yeah.
But it's, I wouldn't say it's like as bad as fags. Like, you know, when you come off fags, you get that aggression stage.
That's so bad.
I know you don't get all the paranoia and shit like that, but you just get the aggression.
It's weird because I don't know if it's the same with weed. Like you said, it's not as addictive, so it probably isn't. When you come off fags, you literally feel like a part of you is missing.
Yeah.
Like you literally feel like there's an ingredient in you that you don't have anymore.
Well,
And
you
can't-
don't, do you?
And you can't operate without it. You feel like,
Dead.
yeah, sort of like hopeless.
Yeah.
You just sort of like, any task is difficult after that. It's like even trying to concentrate. It's like just trying not to think about it. That's
Yeah.
difficult.
But so yeah, you've got weed, cannabis, whatever you want to call it,
Marijuana.
marijuana. But and then you move on to the harder stuff like cocaine.
Yeah.
That new stuff that's, I wouldn't say it's just came out, but NCAT.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Party drug.
It ain't. I don't know. It's dirty.
As
though.
it's known.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I know nothing about drugs.
Yeah.
So many times I've been out, like on a night out, and random girls have come up to me, asked if I've got any.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what that is.
You've never
Is that
even
like-
touched it.
I didn't even know it existed. I was like, is that some kind of drink? And
Yeah.
they're like, you're taking the piss, right?
Yeah, but you're one of them people that looks like.
Are you saying I look like a drug
No,
dealer?
no. Right, you don't look like a drug dealer right like that, but you could class as one. Do you know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean?
if I came up to you and asked you for a gram of coke, I wouldn't be surprised if you pulled it out your back pocket.
You'll be surprised if I had it.
No, but and then you turn around and say, "What's that?"
I know fuck all about drugs.
Which is a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm surprised you've gone 23 years nearly and
I'm surprised because
have
the
not even
people-
touched anything.
some of the people that I used to hang around with were constantly on it. I'm talking like age 14, and I'm hanging out with these people the same age as me, and blazing up weed and shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
What are you doing?
what? Like
But-
I'm like doing my homework, and they're just sitting there like
Blazing up.
smoking weed and drinking beer.
Yeah.
I'm like, how fucking old are you? 14 or 40?
But well, I guess they think it was cool back then, which
Oh, they all had older brothers or older peers
yeah.
that set a really bad example for them.
So yeah, let's just talk about that. Like within the family, like, so I have family members that
Yeah.
have done it, and I'm not going to blame them for it because I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
So it just made it easier for me to get it.
Yeah.
Now, on your part, you've never done anything. Was there anyone in your family that? So it's mainly.
No one in my family even smokes.
That's what I mean. So the only reason you smoked, I'll blame it on me, really.
I wouldn't even blame it on you. It was just that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because
I think you was curious. You wanted to try it.
I was curious, but I'd smoked before then anyway.
Yeah.
I smoked when I was like 13.
Yeah.
Like, I was never addicted to it back then, and I never did it as like a daily thing, but every now and again I would have one.
Yeah.
So I already know at a young age, it may sound stupid, but some people don't know how to smoke.
Yeah.
Have you ever given like a fag to someone that has never smoked before, and they're like, don't know what to do with it?
Yeah, and they're like,
it's like
trying
they're
to suck on a
eat it.
prawn. Like.
Yeah, yeah. It's like they're sucking for a straw.
Yeah, and then
You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
and
You're
then they
gonna
just blow
die.
it straight out, like
Yeah.
comes straight out of the mouth. And
Yeah.
like, no. The way you actually smoke, I shouldn't be teaching them
No.
because it's a bad thing. But if,
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's more
I'm
harmful
like,
if you're doing it like badly.
like, suck it in a little bit, and then breathe in.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to explain because I'm so natural at doing it. I just do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You don't even realise.
But when you learn how to do that at 13 years old, smoking after that is so. It sort of feels normal.
Mm.
It feels like it's really bad, but it feels like it should be. When you learn how to do it at such a young age, you feel like you should be doing it.
I think that's why so many people do.
Yeah.
And like you look at a few people from school and you're like, I'd never take you for a smoker. And you see them out on a night out and they're there like 20 fags a day or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Here's the reality. It looks cool. It does look cool.
Yeah.
But let's just get this straight. It's not.
It ain't. It's bad for
fucking
your health.
horrible. It's people. Let me describe people that smoke to you. They tend to be really jiggy. They tend to
Twitch a lot.
twitch or like move some part of their body like uncontrollably sometimes. It's really annoying. They usually end up with bad teeth. Their breath smells all the time. They smell in general because it gets into their clothes and shit.
Yeah.
That's the reality. It's not pretty. It may look cool, like when you see people do it in the movies and shit.
Yeah.
Like you see fucking Tom Hanks sparking up a fag in his leather jacket and shit with his shades on. He does look cool as fuck, but that's not reality.
And I think at the end of the day, that's, well, you know why I start, but I mean, anyone at school who said to me that, like, if I said to them, oh no, I've quit now, like I did to my mate a few days ago, I said, no, I don't smoke fags anymore, mate.
Yeah.
And he was like, whoa, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'd never guessed that. You know what I mean? Because I was on so many. I must have been pushing 30 a day. Probably more sometimes.
So I only ever really got up to about 15 a day.
And I was always the one at school like, oh, if you need a fag, you always go to me and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
you're like known for it.
yeah, and then like of course when we was at McDonald's that time.
Yeah.
And that really scared me.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone needs that.
Yeah. See, I don't even know why I switched to e-fags. I couldn't even tell you why. I think it was.
I'd say Woody.
Sort of.
I think you smoked a bit of it and you was like,
Sort of.
this is better than smoking.
It
Why?
tasted way better. And
Yeah.
it felt better. And also, I think the main reason was I could do it inside.
Mm.
That's it. Like, because back then I was at college. And every time you wanted a fag, you had to walk half a fucking mile to get to the shelter.
Yeah.
Just to spark up. Whereas with e-fags back at that time, nobody really knew what they were. And the one I had, remember, it was so small.
Yeah, that little.
I could hide it and I could just smoke in class.
Yeah.
That's why I started and continued, and then.
It doesn't set the alarms off, or.
No, there was literally no passive smoking or anything like that.
No.
And then from that point, they kept bringing out new shit.
Yeah.
And all the new liquids were like tasting better, and you could lower your nicotine.
Well, they
in
went
small increments.
to these like shisha pipes, and then
Yeah.
to them sort of ones, and then car battery ones.
They've got so fucking many now. Like,
I mean, literally, I've people in the future. I think, because we're having these electric cars,
yeah,
they're just gonna have one
built in,
but off a car battery. So just like,
yeah. Or,
big plume of smoke.
Can you imagine if you had like a button on your dash where it's just like fill car and just vape like comes out from everywhere, and it's just like you can breathe normally but you're smoking.
But then you've got to look at the dangerous point, haven't you?
Yeah, you can't see shit.
Yeah. Have you watched that film, Scary Movie? When
one?
number one.
Can't remember.
Well, one of the black lads, he pulls up, proper stoner.
Yeah.
Pulls up in his car, and it is literally just a hot box. You cannot see anything.
Full to the brim.
Yeah. And he winds his window down and he's like, "What up, girl?"
Yeah.
"Hey, shorty."
Yeah.
And
That's what it's going to be like. That's the future.
yeah.
The future of vaping is filling your car, and then it just like slowly pours out the windows.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, to be honest, I don't even know if it's a good thing.
What?
Switching to electronic cigarettes.
How come?
Because it makes you smoke more, doesn't it? If you were to go back to fags now,
Yeah, I'd be on like 50 a day.
you'd be on more than you were when you started.
Yeah.
So, unless you're using them to quit, I don't think they're really that beneficial.
Well, they are because health reasons.
We don't know yet.
Well, you say I don't know.
You can feel it.
I've definitely, my lungs have opened up. I've stopped coughing.
You can definitely feel it, yeah.
And I think these actually do something, right? Because when you breathe it in, you're still breathing in that liquid.
Yeah.
And it goes into your lungs. But I think it does something inside. It clears your lungs.
You think?
I really think it clears your lungs. I think what happens is it goes inside and it breaks all the tar up. Because I've coughed, like not really anymore, but when I first on it, I was coughing all black shit up.
Really?
So it must be good.
Yeah.
You know, you say, oh...
When you're bringing it back up.
Yeah. People are like, well, you shouldn't be doing it. If it's coming up like that, that's bad for you.
It's
right?
better out than in,
Well,
isn't it?
yeah, you don't. I don't want it inside me. It's doing damage in there.
Yeah.
It's killing me.
Yeah. I never really had that.
Well,
But I guess I only... Because I've been on these now for what? 3-4 years? So I only smoked for about a year.
yeah.
Wouldn't advise it, but...
How long have I been on mine? About
It's just after me you got on yours.
It's about
Maybe half a year.
half a year.
So you've probably been on yours 3 years.
Like, I know the reason behind me getting it is because of McDonald's.
Yeah.
But
No,
the other reason...
You were on it before that, and then you went back to fags, and
yeah,
then you went back to that.
Yeah. But, well, the real reason then is because of you.
Yeah. I remember you used to try mine, didn't you?
Yeah, and I was like...
Like, it tastes way better.
Yeah. And I was like, why am I not on these?
Yeah.
Especially when you got the newer sort and it was so smooth and strong and...
Yeah. And it's so much cheaper.
Yeah.
So much cheaper.
I was spending... Well, they put the tax up, didn't they, on tobacco?
Did they?
No, yeah, and I used to buy a 50 gram. It would last me a week and a half, sometimes
Yeah.
a week.
I used to get them, but they would last me 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I remember. Like,
They'd last me
used
a
to come
while.
through with that 50 gram and I've had like 2 or 3 pouches.
Yeah.
You're still on the same one.
Yeah.
And but yeah, they put the money up and it was like 17 quid.
Yeah.
So I was spending, say, 17 quid a week.
Whereas now it's, what, 4? Bottle a week?
Yeah, a bottle a week. About 4 quid now.
So it's like 4 times cheaper.
Yeah. It weren't too bad when it used to be. When tobacco was quite low.
Yeah.
Like £6 a pouch or something, but they just doubled everything.
But can you imagine if instead of rolling your own, if you were buying straight fags?
Yeah, that'd be insane.
What are they now for £10 for a 20 pack?
Mhm.
So say you smoke even 20 a day. That's a pack a day.
That's £50 a week.
£70 a week
£70 a week. Yeah.
versus 4. That's mental.
That's like when they first came out with these, and they were showing you leaflets on like how much you could save, and they're like, yeah, about £3 grand. And you're like, what? No.
They're like, fuck off. I don't
No
spend
way.
that much on
Yeah,
fags.
and then you tot it all up in your head, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, actually, wow,
Yeah.
£5 grand.
That's why when I
Like
see people
new
that
car.
buy straight fags, packs of 20s, especially those
Clicky ones.
yeah, what are they called?
Sterling, like menthol.
Yeah, like the Sterling Fresh, the Benson and Hedges Dual, things like that, because they're paying like I think just over £10 a pack,
Yeah.
and if they smoke even 10 a day, it's £35 a week. Like, how stupid have you got to be not to switch then?
I don't know.
Just
Well,
add
it's
it
all
up.
it's all to do with like self-discipline, isn't it? Really, it's
Yeah.
got to really have that. Not momentum, but
Yeah.
what do they call it? No, it's just self-discipline. You've got to wean yourself off of it.
How many people have you seen that smoke fags, and then you talk to them about alternatives, and they're like, "Yeah, I really want to get onto that e-fag shit, but I just can't be bothered."
Like,
And it's
why?
like, just go down to the shop, buy one, and try it.
It's just laziness.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
It's like they'll be saying that for years as well.
Yeah.
People do that with everything. It's like they know what to do, they know how to do it, they know it's not that hard to do,
Yeah.
but they just won't go and do it.
Well, it did actually take me a few months, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like, because I think you were saying to me you should get one, and then it did take a few months.
Yeah. Didn't you start off using my old one? Or did I lend you that after yours broke or something? So I remember I had fucking loads.
Yeah.
I had two of the little ones, one a bit bigger than that, and then I got a new one after that. So I had like 6 at a time.
Yeah. I can't remember.
I thought they were amazing though. Coming straight off fags, it was amazing.
But I definitely need a new one.
Yeah, you've had that for ages now.
I've had this for the tank about a year now. The batch is getting off for a year and a half.
Yeah. Get a new one, man.
But that I did have the first one that I ever brought,
Yeah.
and I had that for nearly 2
Yeah.
years.
They last a while if you look after them.
Yeah. But I don't know. They're definitely good.
Let's
Better
get
than
down to the moral of the story, kids. Don't smoke.